Hello everyone, my name is Benjamin and I'm gonna be rewatching Attack on Titan from the beginning. This is a 2-episode video, meaning that I'm gonna be reacting to episode 1 and episode 2, and I'm gonna be reacting like that throughout the whole series, except when the series gets juicy and extraordinary moments occur. And let me explain myself, I'm gonna be rewatching because I have already watched all the series but only one time, and that one time that I watched was like years ago. Also, I have only watched until part 2 of the season 4. The rest of it I got bored of waiting and I decided to read all the manga, so I haven't watched the movie and all that animation that comes with it. I think it's very interesting to watch the series all over again because there's so many details that I may have missed, so many theories that I made throughout the series, and so many things that I didn't know were important until season 4. That was when everything changed and we knew how small we were in a big world and how hated we were. So that being said, I think it's gonna be very exciting, and knowing how things unfold in the end, watching how everything develops and watching the decisions that people are making without knowing what the hell is happening in the world in reality, just thinking that all humanity is inside the walls and that there's nothing beyond it, only giants that want to eat you. Making decisions with only that limited information is pretty interesting. So I can't wait to rewatch what happens with Captain Levi, Eren Yeager, Mikasa, Armin, Reiner, Marco, Berthold, Annie, like knowing that they were only kids trying to do the mission and looking at the decisions that they were all making with limited information. For me that's gonna be crazy. So let's start watching the first and the second episodes and let's see what we can catch with the information that we already have. I think that this is gonna be a journey no matter if you have watched it 1 or 2 times or 3 times even. I have watched the Hammer Titan episode like 30 times in YouTube, so this show is very rewatchable. I think we're gonna enjoy it very much, so let's start the episode right now. This music is very creepy. I remember the first time I watched, I was like, what? When you have no context and you're watching this, you are in for a ride.
And just like that, everything changed.
You kinda forget sometimes how big that colossal titan is.
In our hearts, we knew home was a pen.
And he has always felt this way, like cattle and humiliated. The music is just next level. And having watched this before, it makes it more epic.
Moment of truth, people! It's on us! Either we secure this ground as mankind's first stronghold beyond the walls, or we die!
He looks like Reiner. There's Erwin. When you're watching this for the first time, you just don't know what to expect. I thought that the giants were
One will act as the bait!
smart.
Engage omnidirectional mobility gear! Hit it from every angle! For my brothers! For humanity!
There goes the beginning. I wanna take this moment to say there's so much information that you don't know when you're just starting this show. It's crazy. There's the information about that they die if you cut their necks, that they don't die ever even if they don't eat. I'm trying to think about more stuff. And those titans are scary. When you see this for the first time, you are like, what the hell? The music is pretty epic. Like, people don't know what they are getting themselves into when they watch this for the first time. There's Annie, there's Mikasa, those titans. What we have to take into consideration is that these guys are so young when they start fighting the titans. They're just full of like the will to defeat those titans, and the resentment and the anger that they have for the lost ones. That is pretty epic, everyone just flying. You know, I was looking at some drone shots when the drones just go fly and all through buildings and all that stuff. I think that's what it would look like if you had the 3D ODM gear. To you, 2000 years later, the fall of Shiganshina. I think that Shiganshina is like the most Japanese name that we have throughout the series. It's like a contrast. And these are all the memories that Eren had. In this time he doesn't have the Titan still. Yet.
We should get back.
But he has the Attack Titan, he can remember all those memories.
Try asking me again when you're awake.
I'm up. I don't know. It's like the dream I was having went on forever. It's gone.
It's crazy that he was experiencing all the future events that were going to happen, even when he didn't have the Attack Titan yet.
Have you been crying?
The foreshadowing, he's crying because there's a theory that people think that Eren did everything he did because of his friends.
These walls are a bulwark gifted by God.
And he's crying because he probably knows he will kill a lot of people. That's still I don't know.
Do me a favor, huh? Don't let anyone know I was crying.
Yeah.
The walls are so massive that when you watch this for the first time, you are like,
Might want to have your dad.
where is outside, where is
Right.
inside?
Tearing up is usually a medical thing.
Somebody messing with you?
Hey, Mr. Hannes.
There is Hannes.
You just get on me because his bad side.
No. What are you even talking about?
Because yeah, they were
I'm like a tavern.
They were having a peaceful life for 100 years, and nobody remembers what happened before that.
Aren't you?
That would be scary, and nobody questions anything.
Yep, watching the old gate we are. Thirsty work playing sentry. Pinochle only goes so far to chase off the boredom. Little nip now and then keeps us all in our courage for a spell. Perks of being a guard, eh?
How do you expect to fight if you're so loose on your feet?
Huh? Now why on earth would I have to fight?
What do you think? What if they break through the walls? We'd be sitting ducks on your watch.
That's crazy.
Eren,
This is kind of scary.
use your inside voice.
This has like a vibe of a scary movie.
The Ducks kid has some fire in him. Listen, the only thing they've done to the wall in the past 100 years is scratch at it. I have the feeling if they get in their big heads to do something else, we'll be more than ready
Oh,
for it.
yeah, but what happened before the 100 years nobody remembers.
Done to be ready for him. Dad says you've got to stay sharp.
Ah, good, Dr. Yeager. Yeah, well, can't argue with a man who single-handedly spared us from the plague. Thing is, he's talking about his scalpel. What we do isn't half as important. Hey, no disrespect to your father, but a soldier's time beyond the wall kind of tends to put the whole issue into a different perspective.
Also, I don't understand
Him groping around
why
out there,
Eren's father wasn't like
dead-eyed.
rich. They live like in a normal house, but they should be rich because he had so many knowledge.
Oh, great. Then at least have the decency to stop calling yourselves a garrison. People might get the wrong idea.
Good point. Look at it this way, huh? If the garrison's actually doing what people think it oughta, we're up a creek. Personally, I take a lot of stock in being called a freeloader. Means things are good. It's how I can measure peace of mind.
Eren's just not having it.
We live in a cage. All we do is
Those ideas that he has for his age, it's crazy because he's just a kid.
we have the peace of mind of lifestyle.
And the crazy part is that Grisha didn't instill those thoughts in him,
About the kid having
like
fire.
with Zeke.
Careful not to cry it out. You coming back to the game or what? Yeah. Hey, where are you going?
The mouth on that kid.
He's just a kid. Tends to dream bigger than life really wants him to.
That's why it was called the Scout Regiment. In Spanish we say Tropa de reconocimiento. It's longer.
Aaron, you should let the scout regiment thing go.
Seriously? Why does everybody think they're a joke?
What people think about him isn't really the issue.
Yes, they always return injured
Perfect
with
timing.
more
They're back.
dead people than
Get
alive
naked if we
people.
hurry. Get a move on. I want a good view.
How old was Erin there? Like 11 years old, 12.
Can't see squat.
There's Erwin. Our commander. Oh, but he's so demoralized. They're literally being eaten alive. I mean, I would be so scared too.
Hit, haven't they? Yeah. Rest of them got eaten. That's what happens when pride takes you outside the walls.
Moses! Moses!
This show starts heavy, bro,
He should be with you all.
with
Oh, please tell me he made it.
with such a cold and dark vibe.
News. Give it to her.
Look at her face. She's just terrified. That's the arm, if I remember, but I think it's so messed up that they give her his arm. Well, at least they brought something back. And it's purple and stuff.
Sorry. It's all that was left of him.
He got eaten. And this guy is also important. You guys remember who he is? Leave it in the comments. That guy. This guy. Leave it in the comments if you remember. I remember perfectly.
He did good. He was brave. Tell me my son stood his ground to the bitter end. That his death meant something. Tell me his sacrifice gave us a better chance.
Of course, they give you a better chance. It's experience.
He was brave.
This gives me like goosebumps, and it's so sad.
So with all our losses, it's ever the same. The day was lost. We have nothing.
He shouldn't say this.
Your son died because of me. I sent him to his death. I sent all of them to their deaths. And there's nothing to show for it. All of it amounts to nothing.
That is so crazy that he just shouted that to everyone, including the mother.
Oh, sure. Nothing like seeing our hard-earned taxes go toward keeping those bastards fat and happy on human gristle. You little punk! What are you doing? Let me go!
Mikasa is so strong.
You better run! All right!
We have to remember that Ackermans are like stronger than normal people. She just throws him with one hand.
Oh, great! Firewood everywhere! Perfect!
So, are you still bound and determined to become one of them? The scouts?
Oh, she's real for that. Have you noticed that he has the same voice than Edward in Full Metal Alchemist?
Like there was much to begin with.
I don't know if this opinion is popular, but I like the houses there. I like that style, the European style. And these information things, they are also fun to read. I also used to read them.
Hey, we're home.
They are good information for you to know what, like how things work.
Wow, somebody worked hard to keep us in fuel for the next several days.
Whatever. What was that for?
Your earlobes red, which means you've got something.
Erin's mother is beautiful. I remember the flashbacks of Grisha.
Hey, where are you off to, Dad? A patient?
Yes, some
folks in the interior. I should be back in about a week or so.
But he probably isn't a millionaire or a rich guy because he wants to maintain a low profile because he is from the other part of the world, you know?
Way to keep a secret, mouth! Get that ridiculous thought out of your head this instant, young man. No son of mine is going to be fodder. Do I make myself absolutely clear? Stop yelling at me! Don't you
It's a
dare!
nightmare, Aaron. The outside. You really have no idea.
Yeah, I get it, okay? But it's gotta be better than this life. I'm not stupid. I know it's ugly out there. I know there's death around every corner. But we can't just give up on it. Because otherwise this nightmare's never gonna end!
I don't know who to side with because Grisha knows that everything outside is worse than there. They are having good lives inside the walls.
Excuse me. I'll be late for the fair.
Darling, wait!
But at the same time,
Move the boy, for heaven's
a
sake!
boy that doesn't know anything about the world
Think this through.
shouldn't have these thoughts.
Back the boy's curiosity.
Yes,
Aaron,
the boy has curiosity.
behave while I'm gone, and I'll let you in on what I've been doing in the cellar. Agreed?
Yes, sir, you got
The
it!
crazy part is that Grisha never gave him those ideas.
Have a good trip!
Aaron by himself, he developed those ideas that we are Carol and I want to be free.
The whole idea is just irresponsible.
Huh? Irresponsible? So what? It's more grown up to settle for living in fear behind some stupid wall your whole pointless life?
Aaron! Mikasa, the boy needs to be protected from himself. Promise me, whatever happens, I can count on you to have his back.
The beautiful Mikasa. They did her dirty in the last seasons.
Or does your philosophy say it's wrong to fight back, too?
Armin.
In fact, it does.
I love Armin.
Take a few lumps and brawl like a beast. Oh, so now I'm a beast? Take a good hard look at yourself and tell me you're not acting like one. You resort to violence because your brain's the size of a walnut. So pummel me all you want. I've already won. Yeah, well, you know what? I'm a sore loser. Back off!
I don't remember Armin being so hard.
Okay, looky here. Back for more. You'd think he would have learned his lesson. Give this one to me. Oh, crap. She's with me.
She looks so much like Levi.
That's right.
I don't know why they aren't parents, like the relatives.
All it takes. One look. I'm just that scary. Well, one of you is.
Armin is a badass too for standing up for himself.
It's all right.
He was like, I already won, bitch. You can beat me all that you want.
Rambling on about how mankind's future lay beyond the walls. Doubt we understood half of it, but
I don't know if I'm saying too much, but you guys remember that
why's it gotta be this
Armin's
way?
parents are like dead. And do you remember the reason why?
Idea.
Leave it in the comments if you remember.
100 years because of them. No one's keen on tempting fate. I may not agree with that sentiment, but I can see where they're coming from. It's human nature, Aaron. When all's said and done, the government's policies are a reflection of our fear.
It's crazy that he has all these thoughts when he's like 12 years old.
Someone's gonna hear you.
Look at him, he's just a kid, and he's like the government reflects with the ideals and all that stuff.
Never promised you anything.
Your folks know about the scouts? Basically. And they're not too pleased. Yeah, big shock. It's sad. What most people here are willing to settle for in exchange for some fleeting sense of security, you know?
I feel the same way. People
And make no
want
mistake, it
comfort.
absolutely is fleeting. The walls can't hold forever.
It's crazy that they are the ones thinking about this and not like the government officials. But I think we'll later see why the government officials are so stupid. Whoa! How I don't remember this part, that kind of scared me.
What was that? No.
It was... yesterday there happened like a little earthquake here in my house.
Doing?
But that looks more intense than an earthquake.
Talk to me. What's going on? Some kind of explosion or?
Just out of nowhere. Out of nowhere.
Whoa, that's impossible. That wall's 50 meters high. Oh, God.
But for Marley to invade them, they should know that the king has like a peace treaty, like a peace pact that goes through generations. In an instant, everything goes to shit. And it's crazy to think that at this time Berthold was a kid, a little kid.
It blasted a hole
The same age as them.
like it was kicking a rock.
I remember the first time that I saw this, it was
We have to go.
so impactful.
No! The house is in that direction. Mom's on by herself. Mikasa!
This is shocking no matter nothing. I know how everything is gonna happen, but this is so shocking.
Last one of us is going to be devoured. Our house is fine. Our house is fine. You turn the corner and it's gonna be standing there in one piece, just like always.
Oh, that's like the worst case scenario. A rock hitting your house out of all the houses.
Wait, Mikasa, grab that end and hoist with everything you got.
They wanna lift that thing, just 2 kids. 4 of me couldn't do that. And they are giants, titans.
Hurry up,
The foreshadowing, everything.
It's them. You've got to get out of here.
When you watch this for the first time, you just don't know how significant everything is.
But first I need you on your feet!
Sweetie, listen to me. My legs have been crushed. Even if you could get me out of here, I can't run. There's no time.
Whatever, I can carry you!
Will you just shut up and listen to me for once in your life? One thing I'm asking you, one thing. Mikasa made him.
I wanna cry.
I can't.
This is horrible.
You want all 3 of us to die? Honest. Take the children and get them
This
out.
hits hard because, as I told you, a little earthquake happened in this house and my mom is currently, she's under surgery and she's,
No way. Don't do this, please.
she has to be on rest. And it's knee surgery, so she can't move. So if a real earthquake happens, it would be hard to move her. And it's so frustrating that you can't save your own mother from the rubble because her legs are crushed. And the titans are there just, they are going to eat you.
No! What are you doing? Let me down, you bastard!
Hannes, thank you.
No! We can't just leave her!
I love you. You hear me? Stay alive.
I'm crying, can you see?
Don't leave me.
They are so big. They are so big that we couldn't just do anything with all our weapons here right now in this era. She's tearing her apart. The music. It's crazy. I don't remember it being this epic and this crazy. I have goosebumps.
Just like that, everything changed.
The music, bro.
That terrible moment, in our hearts, we knew home was a pen. Humanity, cattle.
Oh my god, this is next level. This is next level. And the music in the end, in the credits, is beautiful, but it's so shocking that we just experienced his mother have a final will. Save them, please. Just like that, a normal Tuesday, everything explodes, Titans start coming in, and people start dying. People start getting eaten. Some people don't even get eaten, they get crushed by the rocks falling from the sky. His mother has her legs crushed, and he has to see that. His mother getting eaten, taken out of the rubble and eaten by a Titan. Being just a kid. This is some serious stuff. This is so sad, and the ending is crazy. That they are drawn so well. Just like that, everything that he believed in got confirmed. He has to fight, and he has to keep fighting. This was shocking, guys. I know that I have watched the show and all that, but seeing this again and knowing the significance of it and of everything that's about to happen, and knowing that the mother didn't know anything, the mother never knew anything that was going to happen, or about his father, about who Eren really is, about the Titans, the truth. She never knew anything. She just knew that she loved his son and his husband, and that she wanted him to live. And at least, even though everything was bad, and at the end she was like, please don't go, she still saw how his son was getting saved by Hannes. So in the end, that is what counts. And she, even though we know what is happening later, she knows that her son is safe. So at least she could have some peace in the end. Let's watch the second episode. This is crazy.
They first appeared over 100 years ago. Giant humanoid creatures.
This is also crazy because they think that the Titans appeared 100 years ago.
These aberrations trumped an average person's many times over. We were shoved to the brink of extinction almost overnight. The survivors erected walls Maria, Rose, and Sina, withdrawing behind them in frightened huddles for what was to be a century of uneasy peace. And then...
The epic beginning, the epic music. We all have it here. We're rewatching it. Wow. But it's crazy because when you see this for the first time, you just don't know what is happening really. I thought when I watched this the first time that they really were the only humans in the world, and that they got confined to the walls. Because they don't know nothing, they got their memories erased. And they truly believe that in 100 years they could erect those walls and build everything inside the walls. But probably it happened a lot more time ago, probably 300 years. They built all the cities and they got wiped out their memory, and then they thought that for 100 years this has happened, but they don't really know the truth. And what is also crazy about this is that they will not have their memories erased again, but they can have their memories erased again if the king wants to. but the will of the king prevents this from happening. The Fall of Shiganshina Part 2. Whew. And the detail to this is so crazy because, like, when it says 02 and the title of the episode, we can see like little details happening behind, drawn.
Till then, a man apart from God. Oh, wretched was I, heaven driven e'en as the plow by Everett. Now thou beholdest.
There's always the religious ones that think that they can fight these things in the name of God. What type of Bible are they reading? Because there is no God for them. Their God for them is the walls. Oh, that's terrifying. They are smart enough to search for the humans to eat them. Oh. I don't think she couldn't even scream if she was grabbed by the neck. Crazy detail that the book gets tainted by the blood. It falls in the blood and it starts getting red as well.
Damn it, stop! You son of a bitch! We could have saved her! We almost had her out! Why did you come?
They couldn't have saved her. Do you guys believe that they could have saved their mom? I don't think so. Her legs were crushed. Hannes is not trained or strong enough to carry her.
You're a kid. You're weak. I'm worse. When push came to shove, I was too frightened to hold my ground. Your mother died because I'm a damn coward.
And it's so crazy that Eren was telling him to train and be better so that he could defend. Just a day ago, or I think it was this day that he told him that, like earlier in the morning. Oh, the flashbacks she's having when Eren saved her. And Ackermans were like the royal guards of the Freeze family, I think. At least they got Eren there and they don't have to face all the terrible things that are about to happen. Those are big ships. I don't remember them being that big.
So-called outlier districts like Shiganshina jut out like thorns at vital spots along Wall Maria.
Yes.
Their basic function is to streamline troop dispersal and keep security costs down by drawing titans into specific areas. The calculated design flaw in all outlier districts is that they have only a single gate through which its citizens are able to retreat deeper inward should the need arise.
No personal belongings! We need to make as much room as possible!
No personal belongings. But that's a good design because you don't have one door. You have a door and it's covered by another wall that has a door. Still, they couldn't save Wall Maria. That's right, Armin didn't accompany them to see his mother. He just ran away. They're so much stronger. I don't know why the doors aren't strong enough. They should be able to only pass like these You know what I'm trying to say?
This is a nightmare.
What are the rest of us supposed to do? Sorry, it's at full capacity.
We can't do this, please! At least let our children on board!
Look, there's nothing we can do. Push off now.
Don't leave us!
There's still room.
Oh, that's desperate. That's desperate measures. Again. Yeah, we remember. No. Oh, I got confused. I thought that Rainer was transformed.
Have you got rocks in your head, sir? With respect, they're all this sin and not designed for accuracy to begin with. You gonna give me attitude or you gonna reload? Stop whining and do your job. What's the
Impossible to face those giants. They're closing it. Bros, get inside. But wait, they have ODM gear, bro. Don't be stupid. Just climb the wall.
Wait, are you out of your mind? Don't shut it yet. We've still got people out there. Give them a chance.
We can't let the Titans get through the inner gate. If that happens, the handful of lives out there will be the least of our problems. There aren't enough resources for the whole human race to retreat behind the next wall if they break through.
Listen to yourself. We're soldiers. We don't get to decide who lives or dies.
What are you waiting for? The Titans are closing the gap. That does it. Bring her down.
They still have the ODM gear. Well,
Let go of me.
I know there's people still trapped there, but... Oh, so it happens immediately. Freaking Rainer. Oh, so they break it immediately. Aren't they like, where did this guy came from? This guy scared me so much when I first saw this.
Impossible. We've got to get the hell out of here. Retreat! Shut the gate now! We're being charged! Go!
If they had shut the gates earlier, would Rainer still not be able to cross it? There's so much power. They are so powerful. We're helpless against them. I think that's the only weak spot of the wall. The only one. Look, he destroyed it all. Good thing they were in that ship. I was like, why are these Titans smart when I first saw this? Like, why are only 2 smart Titans? And they look like way scarier than the other ones. The other ones just look dumb.
Bad news travels fast. Hours after Shiganshina fell, every man, woman, and child within the interior knew the unthinkable had come to pass. Terror spread like wildfire.
What do you think we're meant to make of these reports of Shiganshina falling to the Titans? Are they verified? That outcropping is held for a century. It makes no sense.
Whether or not they're verified, the refugees are certainly flooding in like plague rats. There have been at least 500 accounted for in the boats.
The question is, how prepared are we if Shiganshina is in ruins?
Come now. Surely Walmaria is enough on its own to hold the Titans at bay, don't you think?
Who knows?
Damn it all. Any way it's sliced, the situation is untenable. Our hands are tied. I say we make appeals to the central government for help.
Excuse me, my lords. You really want to hear this? Walmaria's been broken through. The Titans are... they're in.
Oh, so they didn't know this. I'm kind of slow getting all these details. you guys have to remember that the Wall Maria, that part, that produces everything for all the three walls. It has like the most extensive part where agriculture, cows, meat, all the goods produce. And all that is not going to be able for anyone anymore because that's Titan territory now. Oh, that's the saddest part. He never said I love you to his mother.
There's nothing you could have done for her, you understand?
Because I'm a kid. Because I'm weak. Because every last one of us is a damn coward.
Crazy the foreshadowing. They are weak, he's just a kid. And they can't do anything. But if you knew my boy, you were going to do everything to everyone.
What are you?
What's wrong? You see something? Aaron? I'm gonna put a stop to this! I'll kill them all! Every last one!
He hates them. And later he came to realize that it was not them. They were part of his own people.
Declared the outlier districts a lost cause and decreed all mankind retreat behind
Wall Rose.
Estimates held that nearly 10,000 lives were lost to the Titan offensive.
At least people were killed. I mean, that's not gonna be an overpopulation. I mean, you know what I mean. Well, no. I think that I said something that's not good. People shouldn't die. Those are memories. But he probably doesn't remember them so much. Because he's now a Titan.
Damn you! This is the only way! Cannot forget the key! Whatever you do, you must reach it! It's the way to the truth! One day you'll understand!
Hey, it's okay. You were just dreaming.
When you are first watching this, you just don't know what is happening. But now it just makes so much sense. He got kidnapped by his father, gave him the key, injected him with the spinal fluid, and let him eat him. So right now, he's the founder and the Attack Titan at the same time. Right now is where everything starts. So they are all behind Wall Rose now. And there is Annie, that bastard. And for them, they are all demons, right? They are all dirty blood or something.
Glad I caught you. Here, Grandpa scrounged a little extra by telling the powers that be he had kids.
That was nice of him.
Oh, so Armin has a grandpa. Yeah, what's his deal?
There's a shortage. Poor man's probably hungry. By the way, I'd make that last. They were already dealing with famine before.
Armin is so
It's an ugly situation.
wise for his age.
There's a greater disparity between the haves and the have-nots.
Nothing more gratifying than seeing your rations go to animals. Guess we gotta beef up the herd, though. Eat up, the Titans like a little meat on their bones.
Aaron, wait!
Ought to keep you in cages. Shove you out to the front lines as a buffer. Ow! Damn it!
Good for you, Eren.
You picked the wrong man, asshole!
Spineless cowards! All of you! You don't know what it's like!
Preach, bro, preach.
Seen one? You've seen what they can do?
You little piece of...
He's sorry! He didn't mean it. He's just hungry. We all get that way. Speak our minds out of turn sometimes.
Armin, you are the wisest, bro. You are.
I beg you.
You're the best.
Yeah, well, keep in mind who's given up their share so you can eat. In case you hadn't noticed, we're all hungry. Tell your buddy a little gratitude goes a long way.
Sure.
Mister, I'm not about to show gratitude to a coward.
Don't show gratitude to him. He just told you you're an animal.
The Titans have to pay for what they've done to us.
Hey now, you're not serious. That's your stomach talking.
No, it's not! Wake up! The guys standing between us and them are just a bunch of talk! The hell with all of them!
Eat it! What?
Back!
Eren is too prideful, but he's just a kid.
Gotta get sick of their charity. Too much is handed to us. We have to stand on our own two
Sorry, I gotta listen to a voice note.
Compañero ya llegó a su casa, ya se encuentra, por favor confirme para ir en este rato.
But it's like you told that man. I never seen what they could do to us.
So that's it? This is just the way life is? Run away and take what we're given?
Look at us. What choice do we have here?
We can damn well leave!
Sorry, to respond to a text.
But I'm not a parasite!
I know that it's frustrating, it's so frustrating. I'm with Eren in this one, because it's so frustrating that you have to live like parasites, like animals.
Have you looked in the mirror lately? All of us are parasites. We couldn't run from certain death without help. Tell me differently. Don't take your shortcomings out on him. For God's sake, we can't even find food on our own. We're parasites. We're cowards. Titans are at the top of the food chain, period. Pride be damned, we do what we must to live. Your mom didn't ask us to be brave.
The worst part about this is that Titans don't even need the food. They just eat them. I didn't understand that. Why do they want to eat them? Like, why? I never understood that. Like, that's an impulse that all Titans have to eat humans.
A few days later, throngs of starved refugees were put to plow in the wastelands as a last-ditch effort to raise food. But the cold, hard ground yielded nothing. And the following year, 846, the remaining refugees old enough to serve in the military were tasked with reclaiming Wall Maria.
Oh, so the refugees had to reclaim Wall Maria. Phew.
Of the 250,000 sent, nearly 20% of the surviving population, not even 200 made it back. While it did nothing to drive back the Titans, their sacrifice did at least lessen the effects of famine within the interior.
Hey, that's crazy. They sent so much people to die, literally. They didn't reclaim the wall? And the only thing they were good for was for them to not starve to death. Even his grandpa, I think. Armin's grandpa.
This world will never feel like home. That's it. Next year I'll be applying to join the cadets. To become strong enough to fight back.
There you go, Eren.
I'm with you. You don't have to. I do.
His grandpa just got killed.
Damn it. I'm not trying to drag you in. Look, there's no point in following me to my death.
Yeah. And if I can help it, then it won't be your death.
All right. Together then.
But that's crazy. That's something I didn't remember. 250 people were sent. And almost all of them died.
Training is gonna be a white-knuckle ride through hell. If I've done my job, you'll be waking up in a cold sweat from
You guys remember the guy from the first episode? Is this bald guy?
Right now, you're nothing. Livestock. But over the next 3 soul-crushing years, you'll learn to take down your own Goliath.
There are our boys.
When you come face to face with him. 'Cause here's where you ask yourself.
They're just kids.
Am I a fighter? Or am I
The beautiful Mikasa.
Am I gonna be ground up to pulpy human grist between boulder size and sizers? Or am I gonna be the one to bite?
Oh, I'm a fighter, all right. And before I'm done with them, the Titans will grow to hate me.
That determination is what we need in the corps. The piano. I love this piano ending. I think I'm gonna learn it. I need to learn it. It's so heartbreaking that in just 2 episodes everything changed. Years have passed. They have grown a little. Everything that happened is still fresh in their minds. They just got killed, almost everyone in Wall Maria. I didn't understand if it was of 250 people that got sent away, 4/5 died and only 20% of the people got left, and that's why the famine and the hunger went low, like went down, because all those people died and they didn't even reclaim Wall Maria. But in some part of that sentence, they said that 2,000 people survived out of 250,000. I don't think so. I think that probably 20% of the population survived and are now in Wall Rose. That's why famine and hunger have went down. Crazy how Rainer and Annie, they are already infiltrated. They don't say anything and nobody questions and have like the registers, like the registration and the records that they are part of the people. I mean, they just issue them like an ID, and now they are part of the normal people. They are infiltrated, and I don't get why they didn't break Wall or Rose like again. They wait for them to stabilize or something, and they just waited all the time for them to recover Wall Maria, but they just didn't break all the walls. I don't remember what they were trying to do and why they only broke one wall, because they were in every capacity to break the second wall and the third wall. I think this has something to do with the fact that they thought that King Fritz, or Race, the King Race, the one that has the founder Titan, could watch them and he could decide if he was going to kill them all and make the rumbling happen. But I don't understand at what time, or well, later they probably have spies, right? And they can inform the Tibur family that they had like a no war pact, and that after that Eren usurped the founder and he was going to make the rumbling happen. There's a mix-up of events. I don't understand why they did not broke down Wall Rose and Wall Sina. I think it's the first wall, the interior wall. Sina, Rita, Maria, and Rose. But with that being said, it's crazy. If you guys haven't watched this show, I highly recommend you to watch it. It's just one of those shows that changes your perspective, your way of thinking, helps you understand the world a little better, has so much information, and it's so well written that you guys just don't know what the journey is going to bring you. It's crazy. It's so well written, and I feel jealous of the people who haven't watched this show yet, because boy, you have a trip to go on, and the show is completed, so you can now binge watch from start to finish and have the time of your life, because you don't know what you're getting yourselves into. It's gonna be mind-blowing, and satisfaction and sadness and joy. Boy, this show is crazy, and I'm glad I'm watching it for the second time. That being said, let's watch the third and fourth episodes. I'll probably do that tomorrow, but I'm super happy that I'm watching this right now. I cried in the first episode, you guys remember? I cried because his mother, bro. His mother was dying, was getting eaten, he couldn't do anything. The frustration, and it all happened in an instant. That's so crazy. But yeah, that being said, guys, thank you for watching. Let's cry. I think I will cry a couple of times during this show, but I love crying during movies, so that's okay. I'll also be reacting to Hunter x Hunter, so that's gonna be another trip. I have also watched that anime from start to finish, and I think it would be good if I repeat it because it's awesome. You don't know how awesome this other anime is. After that, I'll probably be watching Rick and Morty or Invincible or The Boys Season 4, which I haven't watched. I'll probably rewatch all those. I think this is enough information for you. I don't think you guys want me to keep babbling about all this stuff. But yeah, thank you for watching. If you like, subscribe. If you want the full, uncut, uncensored, and unedited version of this stuff, you can watch it in my Patreon. And if you want earlier access to some episodes, you can also watch that in my Patreon. I'll be seeing you guys there. You can also decide what we will be watching there and have access to some live streams, have access to the community. Everyone will be discussing about stuff, about new shows, about shows that we should watch. I have not watched some shows that I really want to watch, but that's all in my Patreon. So if you guys want to go there, it's like $5 a month if you want like the basic benefits, but you'll just see. The link is down below in the description. Thank you for watching once again. Have a nice one. Have a nice day. Enjoy life. Try to make some exercise. Try to eat healthy. And if not, try to eat gross but delicious. I don't care. Have a nice one, guys. Bye.